Hi everyone, this is Happy Time, and today I'll be making a video called My Version of the Story, where I basically guess what the story is about based on the title. Then I search up a picture of it and use it to either correct my original guess or completely scrap it and start fresh, which I know I'll be probably doing a lot. So take a seat and get comfy for story time. So you see, I got my popcorn buddy here who I kind of just put in the corner. He's going to be my commentator who's going to spat out some keywords that I say during this video and also make snide comments. So let's get this together and enjoy. So I'm starting this video off with random movies. So basically what I did is I Googled some random movie generators and I wanted to see what movie titles pop up. So here we go. So the first movie that it gave me is called Jackie and Ryan. And okay, I'm gonna assume that Jackie's a girl, although it could be a boy's name. So I'm assuming that it's probably maybe a love story. Maybe both of them are kind of like, oh, high school sweethearts or whatever. And then they go off to college and get separated. And then it's talking about story in their adult life, or maybe somehow they meet up again, maybe at like a coffee shop or like a friend's wedding or something. And basically they try to reconnect and see if it kind of still works out. Like if the old magic is still there, basically. And I'm guessing it's like a comedy based type, like maybe like um when they try to meet up, basically there's always maybe bad weather or something. So maybe like every time they meet up, like it's rain or thunderclouds, or it's like super hot, and basically just ruins every time they meet up. And but they kind of still persist throughout the challenges and see if it works out. So now I'm gonna look at the action movie poster title, see what it looks like. Um, I guess, yeah, it kind of looks like a reconnection. Although the movie poster that I'm seeing kind of looks like it's set in a rural area. And he kind of look okay, I'm gonna say he kind of looks like maybe a farmer because he kind of has, that old like so is it cotton jacket? Okay, it's cotton jacket. And then there's a picture of them kind of like standing on the road with like just like grass in the road beyond them. So maybe no, maybe not, maybe he's not a farmer. Maybe he's like a truck driver. So maybe this is like a truck driving story about two people trying to survive making a business maybe. And then it's kind of like maybe it's putting a strain on their marriage. And so it's kind of like about the difficulties of always being on the road and then trying to stay together long distance and trying to make life work together basically. Yeah, so yeah, I changed my original guess completely because basically there's nothing to indicate high school sweethearts or meeting up in like a city of a coffee shop or whatever. So yeah, this is my new guess. Okay, so now I'm gonna look up the actual what the synopsis is that it's giving me. And basically it says, I'll read it out to you. So it says, a modern day train hopper fighting to be a successful musician and a single mom battling to maintain custody of her daughter defy their circumstances by coming together in a relationship that may change each other's lives forever. So my guess is pretty off. Although the truck driving story with, I guess, the distance and traveling kind of relates to train hopping, maybe. um, yeah, but like in the photo, there's nothing really to indicate a musician or like someone who like is trying to get custody of the daughter. I guess a musician would be, I guess, maybe from the clothes because they kind of like travel clothes, like kind of when you're going to places, it's kind of just like the regular clothes you're wearing. So maybe, but I don't know. This sounds like actually sounds like okay. So the concept sounds like a good movie, but um, it's probably like some drama and kind of about like oh no, like coming together and everything, and just kind of about uniting to help each other out, basically. Yeah, and Yeah, I pretty for my first movie, okay, I'm gonna say I did an okay job, but pretty much I didn't get it. Yeah. Okay, so for my next one, the movie's called or TV show. Actually, checking this roulette, it does movies and TV shows, so it might be one or the other. But okay, the next one is called Coming Through the Rye. Um, I actually don't know what to guess for this movie. uh, basically, I think rye might be some kind of grain, maybe, or corn. So maybe, oh my gosh, it might be the farmer story I was saying earlier. Or not. I guess, okay, if you say it metaphorically, it'd be kind of like maybe it's like the wheat, imagining the wheat field. And so basically someone who's kind of lost in there trying to come out. So actually, maybe it might be like crop circles and aliens, like maybe some obscure movie about someone who's like trapped in like a wheat field. Maybe they went exploring because they're like, oh, crop signs are located here, and then just kind of get lost there, and then there's some like supernatural stuff that happens in the field, and then they're just kind of trying to escape and get out. Yeah. So this probably is a very normal movie with like about real life and stuff, but I kind of tried to put like a twist on it. So now I'm gonna look at the actual movie poster. Let's see what's it about. Okay, so it doesn't really give me much. Basically, it's this person who's staring out at a lake, and then there's just a bunch of trees in the distance. So maybe he lives in a rural area, like on the hillside, and maybe he's a farmer. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the farmer story. The alien story is kind of crazy, and nothing in here indicates supernatural or any like drama. It's kind of like a serene scene, like just standing on like the grass, staring at the lake, and then there's like the big trees in the distance. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna say it's probably a very normal movie about a farmer, and then maybe he doesn't want to be in a farm anymore. Maybe he's like the child of a farmer, and then his father is like wants to hand down like the farm to him, but he maybe wants to move to the city, and maybe there's some argument about that. Yeah, yeah. So let's see what the actual synopsis is. Okay, so Coming Through the Rye, set in 1969, ooh, it's an old movie. It's a touching coming of age story of sensitive 16-year-old Jamie Swartz, who is not the most popular kid at his all boys boarding school. Disconnected from students and teachers, and it just says dot dot dot. Okay, so the action movie synopsis that I got from this doesn't really give you much. Um, okay, so this is like your high school story, I guess, about a loner, and he's trying to kind of find his place. Um, which actually, okay, maybe like if I actually watched a movie, then I'll actually see why the title is called Coming for the Ride. But I guess from the synopsis that actually it doesn't really tell you much actually. Yeah. So this movie is actually there's ratings for these movies. When I use this like movie generator roulette, and apparently it's a 6.3 out of 10, and it was made in 2016, so it's pretty recent actually. So yeah, yeah, this is a pretty normal movie in the end. It's not my crazy alien crop circles edition, which actually would be pretty funny to watch, or maybe scary. I don't know. Okay, so basically all of these I'm doing on improv. So basically I record them and then I see how much time they take. None of these are really edited that much. Well, I might like cut off the ending where there's like some like blurring noise because my microphone sucks. My microphone's basically my phone. So I'm sorry for the really bad quality. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna do one more since like I think I've been talking for like 8 minutes. So I think it's kind of long. So I'm gonna do one more movie, and let's see what the title's about, or I'll see what the title is. So the title is Daughters of the Dust. Okay, you know what? All these movies I'm picking have to do with like children, at least in the title. So maybe I don't know. Maybe okay. I picked like any genre, but maybe it's like somehow it's giving me like the same kind of type of films. Maybe I don't know. But see, Daughters of the Dust. What can I make from that? Okay, let's say this is kind of like in the desert, I guess, just from the word dust. And basically they live in this village in the like maybe the desert. Let's just say the Sahara Desert because that's the only desert I know. And basically they're living there with their families and maybe there's some sort of like coming right of being like the daughter. Maybe when they get to a certain age, there's some like rite that comes that they have to perform. And so maybe I'm thinking maybe it's a matriarchal society instead of patriarchy. So maybe like it's a tribe run by the women who are like the head leaders of the group. And so basically maybe they're selecting the next tribe leader or like yeah, maybe yeah, I'm gonna go with that. They're selecting the next tribe leader from like all the daughters that are of age to maybe be maybe like the shadowing of the current tribe leader. And I guess it's kind of preparation for that. Yeah. Okay, so looking at the actual movie poster, what I see is basically like there's two women who look like they're trying to survive, and basically in the picture below them is kind of like a fire. So maybe it's the story about people who are forgotten, and like so it's like indicating of the dust. So maybe like they were people who like maybe had maybe important roles, but then they were kind of forgotten. And basically, the story is kind of like telling about these people who weren't able to be like heard about by other people. Because I'm reading like the post actually says it says like there's a quote here. It says a modern classic and one of the greatest American independent films ever made. Okay, so it's not in the Sahara Desert, but like it feels like maybe a story about like maybe equality because I'm seeing the people in these pictures are of minority groups, so maybe it's about equality and how like this film is giving a voice to those people to be heard. So let me look at the actual synopsis. So it says Langreed, which is I'm assuming person, look at the Gula culture of the Sea Islands off the coast of South Carolina and Georgia, where African folkways were maintained well into the 20th century and was one of the last bastions of these Moors in America. Okay, so I basically had to look up the word bastion, Bastion, because I didn't know what that meant, and I feel like that's an important part from the synopsis. Um, when I searched it up, basically, it's kind of like a really huge wall, or like, yeah, it's a huge wall, and basically on the top, you can put like cannons, I think, where it's able to like as kind of like a protection. Like, so if there's enemies coming from the border, then like your cannons on the top to fire down at them. So it's kind of useful with defense, like a defense. And that kind of matches the picture. 'Cause the picture is kind of like a fire. So maybe like they're all in this fort and then they're trying to like kind of it's as a safe haven or protection maybe for the minorities. Maybe like some of the other people maybe they're being invaded. And so they're trying to like protect themselves basically. This is what I'm guessing it's about, like based on um, just the word bastion and kind of the poster, because the synopsis I read kind of kind of gives a little bit of information, but not all of it. So what I'm saying, like what I just said for the like past 20 seconds, is kind of like what I'm guessing the movie's about. Yeah, and apparently this is a drama slash romance movie, which maybe is kind of nice, you know. Yeah, it seems like an interesting movie. The rating 6.5 out of 10, if I didn't mention it before. But yeah, it seems like a nice movie to watch down, you know, when you're kind of you want to relax, or maybe it's not relaxing because maybe it's explosions everywhere. But like when you have downtime, it seems like a movie that you could watch. Yeah, so this is the last movie I'm reviewing because for this video at least, because I realize my improv skills aren't the best. So these videos have been going like at least my guesses have been going for a really long time, and so I'm gonna end it here so that you guys don't end up listening to me talk for like 20 minutes. Yeah. So this is my first episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry about the audio quality. I will try to find a way to improve it and also to work on my improv skills so that I can be more witty and entertaining so that you guys can have either good laughs or you guys can be like, maybe that's a good movie. Maybe I can actually make my own movie out of the fake movies that I like the fake movie like guesses that I make. I don't know. Yeah, so it's just me signing off. Hope you enjoyed all the stories I told, and maybe try to look up these actual films to see what they're about, and maybe you can tell me whether or not you enjoyed them or not, and whether or not I should watch them. Yeah. So this is Happy Time signing out.